Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions on Betcraft. It's another very beautiful Saturday morning. Once again, we'll come with our predictions on this very channel. And we know many games are going on across the globe. And, amongst these many, we always select a few of these, look into them before bringing it forward for you. That's what we do in this very channel. All right. We saw that yesterday how we fared. The winning streak continues. We keep on winning 5 games out of 6 yesterday. Absolutely. Fantastic. Just the way we predicted that. We had one ticket that won yesterday, and we just lost one yesterday out of 6. Okay, that's a very good one yesterday, and today we hope to do much more better. And again, we'll have these games coming. But before we start looking at these matches, I want to use the opportunity to ask the folks that are coming across our video for the first time that are yet to subscribe to kindly take out time to hit the subscription button right now so that you will not be missing out on subsequent games that will always come up on this very channel on a daily basis. Okay, all right. Have you done that? Also remember to like and share our video so that you get to more audience in this very channel. All right. That being said, let's get to today's business. And today's business, we have 2 tickets as usual, and among these 2 tickets, they contains each of them 3 games, that are well looked into. All right, and we start the first ticket with the very first match. It is in German Bundesliga 3, third division in German league, where we have Ahmed Belfield who will be facing U21. Okay, and we're looking at recent games on both sides. You could see that for Belfield, the home side have had 3 wins, 2 losses, as well as 1 draw in the last recent 6 matches that they had so far. And on the other hand, the away side have had just 3 draws as well as 3 losses in the last 6 games. Okay, when you look at how these 2 teams fared from home and away perspective, you can see that for Belfield, the home side, in the last 10 home matches, they've actually won 7 games out of those 10 home matches, and they've also had 2 draws, losing just 1 against 1816 Munich on that occasion. So it's a very good side who does so well from home. And away side, on the other hand, Utrecht, the away side have actually been able to manage just 1 win in the last 10 away games that they had. They've had 1 draw as well, but have lost a whooping 8 matches. As a matter of fact, the last 5 away games that they had, so they're losing all 5 away games, and that tells you that this is not the best side when they're playing from home, from away. Even though the last time both teams met, we saw Utrecht winning from away by 2-1, but in this very one, we already know that Belfield is in fine form at the moment, having a very good form, and we expect the home side, who have actually won 4 games in a row from home, to take the day. Home win. That's our verdict for that very game. Okay, that takes us to the next game for the first slip. It is in England on the U21 Premier League, where we have Brighton on the U21 who will be facing Tottenham on the U21. Okay, looking at the recent games for both sides, you could see that for the home side, Brighton, they've actually won 3 games. They had 2 draws and 1 loss in the last 6 matches. And the away side, on the other hand, Tottenham on the U21 have won 2 games out of the last 6, but have also lost 4 out of those last 6 encounters. And when you look at how these 2 teams fared from home and away perspective, you could see that play from home, Brighton on the U21 have been fantastic. They've actually won 6 games in the last 10 home matches that they had. They've also had 2 draws as well as 2 losses. And away side Tottenham on the U21 have actually won 3 games from away from the last 10 away games. They've also had 1 draw, but have lost 6 matches in the last 10 away games. As a matter of fact, the last 2 away matches that they had against Swindon Town and Crystal Palace, they lost those 2 away games. And in this very one, we expect the home side, Brighton on the U21, to actually take the spoils and win out shortly in this one home win. That's our verdict once again. Okay, that takes us to the next, which are actually in England. The English Premier League will have Liverpool, the league leaders, who will be up against Fulham. All right. Liverpool, the league leader, have been doing so well in recent times. They've actually won 5 games out of the last 6 matches. They've also had 1 draw. And the Fulham, on the other hand, have been doing fine lately. Having won 3 games and 2 draw and 1 loss in the last 6 recent games that they have so far. And when you look at how they fared from home and away perspective, Liverpool have been doing so well from Anfield, from home. They've been so fantastic. Nine times out of 10, they've won all the home matches that they had, aside that loss against Nottingham Forest. But aside that loss, Anfield have been a holy grail this time around. They've been winning, clearing, defeating all opponents in that very ground. Okay, but Fulham, on the other hand, playing from away, they've actually done so well, winning 4 games from away. The last 10 away games actually, having 4 draws as well, and also 2 losses. We saw them drawing in the last away game they had against Tottenham for 1-1, and also, they were, they didn't allow Arsenal to beat them in the last home game they had. So, but in this very one, it is Liverpool, the league leaders, and we expect Liverpool to rise to the occasion in this very one to win outright because they are in fine form at the moment. So home win, that's our value for that very game, okay? And that concludes the first ticket for today, and we head to the second ticket, and it starts with a game in the German Bundesliga 1, where we have Mainz who will be facing Bayern Munich. Okay, and looking at recent games for both sides, you see that Mainz have had 3 wins, 1 draw, but have also lost 2 games in the last 6 matches. And the away side, Bayern Munich have actually won 4 games, 1 draw, and also 1 loss in the last 6 matches that they had so far. So when you look at how these teams have fared from home and away perspective, you can see that Mainz have won 3 games from home. They've also had 2 draws, but have lost 5 games in the last 10 home matches that it has. But away side, FC Bayern Munich, playing from away, have actually been able to achieve 6 victories in the last 10 away games. Also, they had 2 draws as well as 2 losses in the last 10 away games. But when you look at the head-to-head proceedings, how these two teams fared, you can see that the last 3 head-to-head meetings have seen Bayern Munich winning this very side convincingly. We saw Bayern Munich beating Mainz from away in October of this year by 4-0. On that occasion, that was in the German Cup. All right, and actually the last 10 meetings for both sides have actually produced lots of goals. All the 10 meetings for both sides have actually, 10 meetings between both sides have actually seen over 2.5, over 3.5, over 4.5, lots of goals, and in this very one, it is goal value that we go for, and we still expect to see a minimum of 3 goals appearing in this very encounter, over 2.5. That's value for that very game. Okay, and that takes us to the next for the second ticket. It is in Italian Serie A, where we have Cagliari who will be facing Atalanta. Cagliari in the last 6 have won just 1 game, but have also had 2 draws, and as well as 3 losses. But Atalanta, on the other hand, the away side have actually won 5 games in the last 6 matches, and they've lost 1. Atalanta is a team is in a very fine form at the moment. They're doing so well. And we see that from head-to-head perspective, the home side of Cagliari have actually won 4 games in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 3 draws as well as 3 losses in the last 10 home games. But looking at the away side, Atalanta, who have actually won 7 matches in the last 10 away games, 7 in a row. In fact, the last 7 away games that they have played so far, have seen them winning all 7. It's a very good team at the moment, and they've actually lost 2 matches and 1 draw in the last 10 away games that they have so far. The last time both teams met, Cagliari played from home. It was actually April of this very year. Cagliari won against Atalanta on that occasion by 2-1. But that will not be the case in this very one. And in this very one, knowing that Atalanta is actually a legitimate title contender this very season, they will not be joking with this very one. And our value for this very game is our side to win outrightly. Atlanta to win. That's what we expect. Okay. All right. That takes us to the next. The next is in Dutch division, Dutch Eredivisie. Holland, where we have Feyenoord who will be facing Heracles Almelo. All right, when you look at the recent matches for both sides, you see that Feyenoord in the last 6 they've won 4 games. They've also had 2 draws as well. And looking at Heracles Almelo, their away side have won 2. They've also lost 2, as well as 2 draws in the last 6 matches. And looking at how they fared from home and away perspective, you can see that from home, Feyenoord have been, quite good, but have won 5 games in the last 10 home matches. And they've also had 3 losses as well as 2 draws. But away side, on the other hand, Almelo have managed 3 victories from away. They've also had 1 draw, losing 6 games in the last 10 away games that they have so far. So when you look at how they fared on a head-to-head basis, you can see that the last 5 times both teams met saw Feyenoord winning on 4 occasions, and the other one being a 1-1 draw between them. And in this very encounter, we know that Feyenoord have been quite dominant on these meetings, and we expect their away side, taking the day. And the home side actually, Feyenoord, the home side winning out shortly in this very one. So home win, that's our value for this very encounter, and that brings our predictions for you today on BetCraft to conclusion. I wish you the very best of luck, and I hope your ticket goes green. Remember to also play responsibly. Do not be greedy about this. These are football games. Sometimes it may not be what it seems. All right, that being said, tomorrow is another day, and we'll be coming up with our predictions on this very channel. Do not miss out. But until then, keep winning.